Everybody, welcome. Oh, welcome everybody. Welcome to what is exclusively the Jess Paul Show. I mean, others might call themselves such, but they would not be correct. Look at this. We got our burning fire. It's really hot. And today we're gonna work on the iconic jacket, aren't we? The same one I'm wearing here. Barely modeling it off because with my little Lou Reed dress, love my Lou Reed dress. So I did some work. The fire is burning. Welcome, William. Thank you for coming. Showing off a little bit of what we've got so far. And guess what? Honestly, William, I can't believe you're even here because I didn't post this anywhere. I was like just chilling here. I like had all my art studio all nice and fancy. And then all of a sudden, like it was like 15 minutes till. I'm like, wow, I'm so chill. Like I'm not doing anything. I'm just like relaxing. And then I realized that I didn't even make a thumbnail for this or post it anywhere. I was just like, what am I missing? What am I missing about this? As you can hear, I don't even have, come on. Don't even have music. But let's stud this MFer. I'm just gonna let's put a little rock symbol here. Let's stud this MFer. Thank you for coming, guys. Welcome. Come on in. 2.0. As you guys see, we've got our original and our inspiration behind us today. And we're going to see how far we veer off the path. For one thing, I need to ask you guys a very important question. Something that I have been thinking about all week, and I'm really not sure what to do. So I was working on this jacket, the one that I'm wearing. This is this one is the peeling just catastrophe. But I had been literally, I spent a lot of my nights. This is what I do. As a human on this earth, I spend just hours of my time working on a project. I go out too and see friends. I was gonna talk like I isolate myself. No, that's not true. I do a little bit of all, which is why I don't have any time for anything else but the things that I want to do. And isn't that just the goal of life? That's really awesome, actually. I gotta say, I'm pretty. When you frame your life like that, how can you be mad, right? Am I right? Is my vocal fry getting to you, like getting through to you? Am I right? Okay. But anyways, I've got a serious question to ask you guys. Okay. So I want to hear in the comments. Hello, Alejandro. Oh, thanks, Alejandro. And William says, I was tired of having the notifications for YouTube, Twitch, etc. pop up several minutes late. Thought I'd bring up the page to be safe. Awesome. Thank you for being on the ball. So this is the question I have for you guys. Okay, this is the big question we're going to be testing tonight. So original, right? Okay. And so unlike, I don't know, what was it, like Saturday, I started doing the basis for this panel. I was going to do the exact same thing, these scales. Scales as I call them. I'm not really sure what they really turned into, like what you can call that. And I was going to do it to both of these sides so that there was some kind of congruency, because like this panel, I mean, maybe it's cool, but I was going to say it's kind of like an odd. Now that honestly, it fits right in, doesn't it? But I wanted to have a little bit of a theme going on here. The thing is, though, I don't know if I just love the gradient by itself. Like, it's much more bold. than this. This is much more dark and subtle. This shine reflecting. And this is a lot more in your face. And I don't know what I prefer. Like, I need a vote, guys. So do we like the gradient? This is what we're calling it, the gradient. Or do we like the scales? And again, like how I remember how I did it the last time to make that such kind of like a smooth, like, you can especially tell up here that it goes from red to gold or yellow to red, whatever you want to call it, to black, and a nice gradient. And then you got the scales. And so I did the gradient, and then I painted the lines. I painted the lines on there to make it look like there's a little bit dimension. And I was kind of excited about doing that again. But then I'm like, or we could go like full flames. And it obviously matches my Lou Reed dress, which I wear a lot with this jacket. So I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure. And I do want some opinions. That's what we're here for. Okay. Let's get some music on here. Flames are always cool. Flames are always. Do you mean the gradient? This flamer? Oh, I'll show you another piece of art that I kind of did the other. I mean, yeah, I did it. So I recently got a new phone case because, and this is it. Dope, right? Now, when I got this phone case, the art is only the, like the, is that a snowy road? A snowy, forest highway, and then the galaxy. And then I'm like, well, I have to make it mine somehow. And so there comes an eyeball, of course. It really quite looks like it could be part of the painting though, right? It pops out a little. But it is its own thing. Then, well, actually how I did this is very interesting. So I started cleaning this case. I wasn't quite sure what it was made out of, but I started cleaning it with my leather preparer and glazer, and you guys are going to get, I had time. I had time to do my nails, but I'm like, let's go punk rock. Let's just like do the worst manicure anyone's ever seen. But I started cleaning this with like a literal cotton swab. What do you call those? A Q-tip. I went for the generic name. I started like rotating in circles, and then the ink that it makes this design just started coming right off. So I kind of gave myself a really nice white canvas to paint this eyeball, being very specific. And then I spilled this bottle, and the back of it got all messed up. So I had to kind of repaint it again. But you can obviously tell that it's a painting. It looks terrible, but I'm actually raring to change it, especially like, obviously you're like, yeah, and that spaceship isn't the greatest spaceship you ever made, Jess. But I stopped short when I realized, wait a minute, I might want a pop socket for this, whatever you want to call it. Again, there's the name brand, but I would want well, I don't even know what the generic word for that is. Phone holder clip thing. And so I'm like, well, I'll just get a spaceship pop socket, and then I'll take the illustration that I get and extend it down here. So I'll paint all over this stuff anyways. It doesn't really matter. And I had ruined it. I ruined it because like basically this stuff just again took the entire, like there were like ghosts in the sky. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll make ghosts, and then I totally ruined it. So it was weird. It was weird making art where I was subtracting the color. It's pretty interesting. Tell me if you like the music. Tell me if it's like distracting or in your ears and you can't hear me. Because the main point is that you have to hear me. So we're gonna start. I think the first thing that I want to do is start adding some more. As you'll see, another part of the tour here. So it was like Thursday when I started I haven't studied for a little while, at least to this capacity, and I've quickly learned how time consuming and pain inducing in the fingers it can be. But it always obviously like it basically results in a lot of hard work well done. But one thing that I didn't do is look at this as reference. Like I just started studying my little heart out and I'm like, oh, I'll put the studs. Yeah, it looks like it's a line. And I started even like, as you'll see, you see a lot of the dots where my studying did not continue. I wore this out that night that I was studying it. And nobody noticed because I'm in a dark club, like I'm in a dark dance room. So nobody's paying that close of attention. But I thought that if anybody like talked to me about my jacket, you could see the work that was being done so that you could see that I was doing it, which I thought was pretty cool and kind of part of this process. Like when I had this jacket, I wore it in a bunch of different states, states of finish. It was like, I should find pictures of it. It was really, really weird where all it had was this red piping and a couple buttons. And then with the studs, I didn't do this time, but the studs were also a very gradual process in the sense of what came first. Maybe it was these screw studs that I took off of here. I tore apart this jacket for parts if you were there for that one. But I had these gradual spikes all over the jacket, and then I filled in the middle. So I just doubled it all around instead of I only studded up to here. Well, I spread it out, but I wanted to be a little bit more exact this time. So let's start studying. I want to say studying because it sounds like it's the correct word to use. In fact, when I would type such into Google, it was like, you want to study? Are you studying? Are you looking for things? No, I'm studying something. Which sorry, I'm so sorry. I just screamed in your ear. I found so many cool tutorials on studying, like a lot of information and preferences and techniques that I'm like, there's nothing new I would learn about studying. Like, it's pretty straightforward, but no, there's a bunch of info. And there was a bunch of advice that I didn't follow. But I kind of just ended up doing it my own way anyways. But we want to reach into my little treasure chest here. This is a tackle box. I got it from my dad and it was the wrong size. So I just kept it. And in here is all of my studying stuff. You want to do a little tour of this? Might be fun. Look at these. Look at that. That's when you don't want to put in the work. And Be As Loud As You Want, Hearing Is Overrated, and Just Pause Forever. Hi, Luke. Thank you for coming, guys. But these are made of plastic, which I didn't know until I got 2 of them, But, I mean, I'm sure that it will come in handy somewhere. I did want to make a more elevated product, but, we take what we can get. Oh, I have a lot more of these. These are, wow. I didn't know I had these. Did I? These might go up here on the collar. But these are bronze or whatever gold color that might be. Antique metal. But I think what I want to do today is put in a couple of these biggins. I bought this nice little kit here that included my awl. I have a couple awls here. AWL, could not remember that to save my life. It's obviously protected here. So this is what you spike your holes in for your studs to begin with. But I don't even use that all the time. We'll see. I mostly use, wonder where that is. I use an X-Acto knife. We're also going to do a little painting tonight. I have a really cool product to show you guys that has to do with painting. If you're an avid painter, you might be interested in this. I never heard of it before, but I got it as a gift for my birthday from a special someone that you guys might know, and I'd love to talk about it later. But I think we're going to start off with some studs. Let's intermingle these two Okay, let's just put it all back, right? Oh my God, let me tell you about the Thursday show that I went to, okay? And this is another thing that I'm really excited about doing. I just realized this on Thursday night. So literally Thursday night, I was, it's behind me right now. I was just adding all this new material to the jacket before I went out. Like hours. But I went to this show and I was going to see a friend as well as half of Eagles of Death Metal at the Viper Room. And I didn't see either of those people. What I ended up seeing were two openers, kind of. I mean, openers for like 9 o'clock at night, whatever. Yeah, by the time I left there, it was actually midnight and the second band was still on. But I went to go see... This makes me laugh. I saw in the post that there was going to be some kind of Beatles, Led Zeppelin tribute experience. And I'm like, what is that? What am I going to go see here? What am I paying $15, which is, I'm trying to say, is so affordable for such an experience. And there were two bands that played before Boots Electric, who was supposed to go on, who I don't even know if he showed, because I was even at the door when they were like, yeah, Jesse didn't even show up yet. And so I don't know if the one half of Eagles of Death Metal showed up. But the opener that I walked in on was called Ringo's Car. And you guessed it, they were an all Ringo Starr tribute band. The tribute band seemed to be attached to the Viper Room, like the door woman, who's very famous for being there. I think she's been there for like decades. She's wearing a shirt that said Linda's roadie, and I believe that Linda was the accordion player. Actually, it wasn't an accordion. It was, well, anyways, it was it was some kind of accordion. But anyways, it was like the accordion without the actual. Well, okay. Anyways, not important. Then Ringo's Car was fine. I mean, we all did a beautiful round of, was it also Octopus's Garden? But definitely We All Live in a Yellow Submarine, of course. Then a band called 6 Foot Nurse, which if any classic rock fans are out there, please let me know, what is this reference, if it has anything to do with Led Zeppelin. I do not know. I don't know. But 6 Foot Nurse was a Led Zeppelin tribute band with a singer-drummer and an amazing, I mean, everybody was definitely over the age of like 45 in the band. But man, they must have been playing those songs for decades. The lead singer, again, drummer, which I always am so fascinated to see, because I believe that the drums are such an athletic instrument. My ex was a drummer, and he was drenched with sweat by the end of the show, and the rest of the guys were just like, what, chill, whatever, for the most part. Anyways, so I wonder if I can add this anywhere. It's getting kind of crowded up here, to be quite honest. I might have to put on another jacket, but I had the idea. Listen to this, breaking news. I thought that once these jackets kind of get rolling, once I actually start making and selling these individual, one of a kind, pieces of art that you wear, I could ask of the nation to send in their band buttons, and then they would be on this jacket that might end up being on Machine Gun Kelly or whoever would buy it in our Hollywood storefront. Can't ever know. I could see him in something like this. That's the example that this shop owner mentioned. But let's see here. Let's get to work, shall we? Let's get to studying. Okay. As always, it's a bit of a crowded desk. But we are going to make it work. So, one thing that's really interesting. Okay, so I started here for the most part. So the under the pocket part is the thing that is most finished. You can see a lot of work here. Does that work? Okay, let me just push this forward. Yay. All right. So Yeah, most of it's done. I'm glad that I didn't go all the way because, again, I realized I'm supposed to be adding these much grander buttons. Like it's a mixture. It's a mixture of small and big, and I feel like that's what gives it a lot of character. I don't necessarily have triangles anymore, but I am not deterred. Actually, if it does end up looking bad on one of them, like because this might be a little big. We'll see. Let's look at it together. Let's decide. So would that look like that it could fit, and a couple of these buttons could fit in the alignment? Or do you think it would be too chunky and too weird and out of place? Oh no, there are square ones on here. Sorry. I mean, there's a couple. No, there's a lot. I was like, there's no square ones, but I actually have these exact same square ones. Okay, I don't feel so bad. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what I've been doing, obviously. Let's get to the art. So one thing that got me so frustrated, like I said, this took so much time just to do not even an entire panel. Like, I'm not kidding you guys. This took like 8 hours. This took like 8 hours. Like, out of this world. But one thing that I got really, really, really mad at myself about, and I had to undo a lot of my work. One thing, too, is that I learned from this old jacket that these guys are the ones that will run away from you because they just come loose. They're screws. They're screw-ins. And I can show you one of those. I'll put one of them on here. But they can just slip off over time, and I would be standing somewhere, and all of a sudden I'd hear a pin drop, and it was my stud just falling off my jacket, and I'd have to put it in my pocket. So I started using a little bit of nail glue or super glue to kind of like really sew those threads in. Can you customize my own jacket? I love that, dude. It's gonna we're talking thousands of dollars for these jackets in this time. If you've got it, I'll do it. But that's kind of what hopefully these jackets will be going for. Like I'm starting at a high price because it is so in fact Alejandro, I'm going to say no. I'm never going to make you a jacket. You are a rock star. You are a creative. Make your own jacket. In fact, I've been asked a lot to make custom pieces, as in like very specific jackets and parts of jackets and stuff like that. And these were from friends, and they were like, I'll pay you, just because I've had this jacket for like over half a decade now, I believe. Yes. And people would ask me like, can you paint something on my jacket? Can you customize my jacket? And there was a friend that really wanted this piece and was really excited about it. And I said no for 2 reasons. One, I just don't like painting for other people. I stopped doing it in my business, my freelance business. I stopped offering it after a long time drawing and painting for people. It makes me anxious for some reason. It makes me feel like I'm giving away part of my soul or something. I don't really know. It's something that I guess I should work through therapy, like in therapy. But anyways, the other reason I don't like painting for or customizing in any way is that I think that a rock star who has a little bit of time and creativity, you can do this. In fact, tonight is a bit of a tutorial, as much as I know how to do. I mean, I guess I did stud all of those and all of these things. So you're going to get a firsthand tutorial. And the thing is, and I really mean this, I'm not shitting you guys. I'm not fucking around with you. When you have a piece that you've made and are proud of, because you can do this over any length of time. This took me half a decade to finally finish, and then it started falling apart on me. But you will be so proud to wear it out. It's really interesting because when I go out in these jackets, I get so many compliments and feel so like I'm not only coming out in my style, but literally my own personal identity. And so to get compliments and a lot of feedback on it and a lot of interest in it, it makes me feel like the fucking like queen of the world. But the thing is, you can have that too. And what I found, I don't know if it's through age or through, you know, these life experiences, but at this part of my life, I feel like I don't have enough in my closet that's crazy enough. Like, I used to wear all black and mostly hide, which black is totally cool. We're wearing black today, baby. We're always wearing black. We love black. But when you can put your own individual spin on it to say, like, this is punk, but this is specifically my version of punk. It feels so freaking good. And the thing is, these studs, got them all on Amazon. The buttons and such, I've collected them from all over. You can find these in your record stores. You can get them from Etsy or your favorite band when you're at a show and you collect those buttons and you make something that says, like, this is my battle vest. This is my, okay. I think we get it, Jessica, beating it into the road. I think that everybody gets it. You will love it. What my point is, you will love it when you make it. And I'm going to show you how. So, like you see here, this time, instead of the thing is, one of the things that I learned from Real Punk, there's a couple tutorials. Like I said, I thought, what else could I possibly know about studding? It's pretty straightforward. I think I understand. What new could I learn? And then I watched some of these videos. I'm like, I never thought of some of this stuff. And there's one tutorial. I think it's like 25 minutes long. And you can tell the guy never shows his face. You only see his hands. But he is an authentic punk. Like, he drew diagrams and stuff about this studding. But he's like, do I have to explain to you fucking assholes, like, you idiots? Like, I guess I do, but I get, like, it was the real deal. I was like, okay, this is the right tutorial. This is from a real punk who's been making these jackets for years. It was great. But one of the things that I got so angry at myself for, so this amazing All Saints jacket. So I got this jacket secondhand. It's real lamb's leather. And I ended up walking into an All Saints leather store like a couple weeks after I got this. I only had the piping on, or like even maybe a week after I got this. And I got it secondhand, so I got it incredibly reduced. Even though the thing is freaking perfect, it looks like it was never worn. These jackets are like $800 to $900 without the customization. I think I only paid $100 for it because it was secondhand, but like, oh my God. And this was definitely, I don't even think this is one of their cheaper ones because it's got this really cool like ribbing and stuff like that. I love this jacket so much. Alejandro, if you're still here, tell me, do you have a jacket already that you are fixing to customize? I would love to hear your ideas. I would love to share your ideas because you, sir, are making this jacket. We're going to make it together. So, a very easy way, like, is honestly just to mark your territory, as they say. There are spikes on the back of this, and you can basically see that white thing that you see is my marker, but you can, if you look really close, you can see your little imprints. Then what you're supposed to do, like, this is the proper way, is use an awl and kind of poke around into each of those holes until you get to the back and then stick this in. But if they're sharp enough, you can force it through. Your hands hurt like heck at the end of the night, but honestly, you don't really care. Why do you care? Like, do a couple sessions. Anyways, the big problem with this is that okay, this has some amazing pockets. This pocket, you think it's really small and it only covers like this panel. No. It goes all the way in. It's such a cool pocket. And this one literally layers on top of it. So look at this. Like, I'm showing you secrets here. But like, I'm putting my hands on top of one another because they just slip in and out. Like, that is such a cool design. It's like so like punk rock and like hide your drugs kind of deal. Like, I love it so much about this specific jacket. But So the big faux pas that I did was, this is the jacket that is on the bottom, I believe. Let me see. Yeah. So I started, pinning all the way through thinking like I'm good, but actually I was locking this pocket in. I was putting the spike through the pocket. I did it with about, I want to say like 3 or 4 spikes when I realized, and I'm like, damn it, Jessica, you wasted like 20 minutes of time. So I just went to mark this, but then I also pushed it all the way through. See the little spikies there? So then you designate something. It can be, I usually can use a marker, or I have been using the butt of my X-Acto knife. I've had the X-Acto knife opened a couple times, and it was dangerous. Okay, there's some more light. Okay, so I'm pushing on this button with, I'm in the pocket. I'm in the top pocket, so that again, we're not locking any pockets down, rendering them useless. And I can pretty much see all 4 of the spikes. They're almost popping all the way through there. So I'm going to push it as much as I can. And then we're just going to close these little arms. We're going to close them as tight and as flat as we can. And let's hope that I did this right. I didn't make any mistakes. And so once you have the little starburst there, it's pretty much all there. It's kind of snagged, but then, take the butt of something. This is where the marker might come in. A little bit more, or let's see, whatever. This is the end of a paintbrush, and it fits in this little crevice perfectly. Put those teeth, those little arms, all the way in. You don't want this poking you at the club. And you don't want it falling off in front of a cute girl. And there we go. Honestly, we didn't even need the awl. We didn't even need the X-Acto knife. I'm very excited to put some of these on because they're going to be very easy. It is not the same with some of these other spikes. They were much harder. Okay, where should we go next? So, where are we? I'm sorry that you guys have to look it up. Actually, I don't have to. I can be a nice host. Okay. I can look at it upside down. All right. I'm going to start getting it as close to the front as possible because, ooh, the leather's so soft. Just goes right through. I don't know what kind of metal this is. I can't imagine that it's a high quality metal. So, okay. Some of those teeth are inside the lining, but I know that they've at least penetrated the leather. Even though I couldn't see the little arms, I could kind of feel them. Did I even do that in front? I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Let's do another one. How about that? Let's do it in the camera lens. All right. I don't even know if I'm doing it. Yeah, let's do the diamonds. Like, let's do all diamonds to make us look aesthetic. Oh, little arm is sticking out a little too far there. That's not going to go in. I did have pliers. They're over there. Should I get them? Maybe I'll finally get sick of doing this myself. Okay. So again, those teeth are sharp. Those teeth are little vampire teeth. And I can push it right through. And it'll come out the other side. Ow! I don't know if you saw that. I just stabbed my own finger. So I do actually want to make sure this is going all the way through. I'm making these little holes. And I will say during this process, there are way too many sharp things in my face at one time. Scary process. I mean, it's a punk. It really is a punk experience. Okay, again, I think that made it at least to the leather layer. We've got an inner lining that you see here. You see a lot of these guys peeking through. And then you've got that, yeah, that is in there. It is in there. Let's do one of the screw ones, huh? This works a little bit differently. And these guys, at least they're more heavy duty. I won't comment on the quality of the metal. I do not know. But these definitely feel like they're more important. So we're going to do one of these skinny spikes, and I'm going to do it right next to our contender here. Just this one right here. Okay. So yeah, see, I don't think the awl creates a big enough hole for this screw. So I am going to go in, and I don't want to push it too far, too hard, because we don't want to make a gigantic hole. Hopefully that I'll never have a problem with okay, and this is sometimes I try to hold it as steady as possible, but then you lose the liner and have to create kind of another hole. That's where we get sloppy. Hopefully when I do this enough, I'll be much more honed in on quality as I do with all my art. Oh, there it is. Oh, it was like it's like birthing a screw. Who do we got here? John Jones, you seem nice, but I don't ever want to be caught in a crowded elevator with you, or you're all wearing that jacket out. I love that. That is a great response. Nice to meet you, sir. Nice to meet you, sir. Let's see. Should I put a little bit of my... Again, I'm using nail glue. Super glue, it's almost the same thing. It should work at least a little bit better than nothing. You got these little red ones, and I've got them kind of... I was thinking I would do like every other red one, and then I realized it was going to look like, or it could look like, what is her name? Harley Quinn. And I didn't really want to... I didn't want anyone to get anything backwards. I mean, I guess she's cool, but I know nothing about her. I really don't. I dressed up as her once, but literally know nothing. Okay, I'm gonna... Run away. We're going to be painting tonight too. Do a little bit of this studding, and then when we get tired of it, I'm going to find some other parts to customize. All right, there they are. There they are, peeking through. Thanks for coming to the party, guys. Get those teeth in there. Dig those teeth in. Oh no! That was a bit of a spill. I think we'll survive it. So I keep this this pocket locked, closed. We don't need another mishap. We don't need another locking in of my pockets. That was terrible. That was a lot of work down the drain. Okay, I definitely want one of these squares here. Pockets seem to be much easier to pierce through. Feels so dangerous, just like literally with this blade on the other end. But I can't imagine what could possibly happen for. Well, you know, accidents have happened on this stream before, so I don't know why I'm denying that. And so yeah, on Thursday I literally just like chilled for like 8 hours and studded my jacket, or at least to this degree. And again, I kind of want to go on the other side as well. Like get the party started over here. Where are we? Hello. So I think with this, I did every half an inch. I know I did. That was the equation. So basically, did I start from down there? What did I do? No, I think I just went along the hem. Yes, yes. We can go in this pocket. Oh, yay! My other earplug. I thought I lost it. I think we can get a couple done here. Every little bit counts because, like I said, hours out of my life. Anyways, oh my gosh, this Led Zeppelin tribute band, so amazing. I don't know about you guys, but I was obsessed. I found a lot. Did this ever happen to you? Let me actually ask a question. Everybody has their own path through rock and roll. And I believe often, tell me if this was anything like you, I started in classic rock, like, which, is that backwards? Do you start with your own, like, do some people start with their own era and then go backwards? But for me, you know, that's the stuff that was kind of on the oldie stations. So I found rock through Led Zeppelin and the Beatles and all of those people back then who were the cornerstones of the genres, the fathers of lots of the branches, you know? And so I was a teenager when I was first listening to Led Zeppelin. So when this band was playing this music, man, I feel like I was like, okay, my favorite Led Zeppelin song is one called Over the Hills and Far Away. Have you heard of it? It's got this beautiful noodling in the very beginning of the song. It opens with some guitar noodling. It's so, I want to say it's so dreamy and fluttery in its sound. And also, if you look up the song on YouTube, it's very funny, or maybe that this is just the association that kind of gives me this visual forever. There's a live performance. I don't know if it was like the music video. I don't even know if they made music videos back then really on a regular basis. I mean, hell if I know, the leader of Reg Radio. But anyways. Oh, sorry. We're supposed to be measuring here. You guys can't even see. Anyways, Over the Hills and Far Away. It was my favorite song. It starts off kind of sweet and slow and romantic, and then it just falls into this fun rock and roll, like, but kind of like epic end of it always had like an end of the story kind of feel to it. I felt Over the Hills and Far Away did as a song. And so when I was standing there, I'd been dancing to every hit that I knew, which was all of them. Then the noodling for Over the Hills and Far Away came on, and I teared up, you guys. I never thought that I would get to hear that song live. I mean, I could even have seen another tribute band in my lifetime, but for them to pick that song to play, oh my God, it was magical. It was magical. I'm not kidding. Ezra Cloud says, I started with the 70s and 80s rock. There you go. And Azure Cloud says, oh man, Jacket's starting to look like the old one. It is, but it also really is it's like its own person, you know? It's like the son of the Jacket, but it still has its own, you know, moral compass and style, you know? Man, these are so close. Are these really this close? Let's check the other side. Let's know if we're going in the right direction. And if we're not, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, this is a line. And this is a line. I would say that's pretty close. Like, I mean, this is too close. Ugh. Okay, I can fix this. I'm just going to... I did this a lot on the other side, and this stuff can just easily wipe off with like alcohol or whatever. But I'm just gonna do a little dash to inform them that this little point has moved over quite a bit here. And now the white ink is coming out. Great, thank you. Love that. You're late to the party. Okay. Which is great because honestly, that just means less of a frickin' minefield I'm gonna have to go through. Each stud, it takes a lot of time per stud. For so many studs that are on here, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And then at the end, you feel so proud. And then like you'll meet a girl at I saw something from William. Talks to a cute girl, says something funny, cool, while every button, pin, and spike falls off the jacket. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. But, you know, like you meet a girl at the club with your new jacket and, you know, the punk club, wherever you like to go. Oh, no, it's not that one. Not that one. There's a little X through that. And she says, your jacket, like, did you do that? And you're going to say, yeah. And she's like, wow, is that what you spend your time on? And you're going to be like, yeah, bitch. It's my self-expression. Are you judging me for my hard work? And she's going to be like, you didn't have to be so rude about it. And then you're like, what band did you even come here to see? And she's going to say, I'm just here for the party, man. Which is what a dude said to me at this actual concert. I said, who'd you come here to see? Because he asked me, like, who was coming up next or whatever. And then I got to gossip about how, you know, one half of Eagles of Death Metal didn't show up. And I'm like, who'd you come here to see? And he goes, I'm just going where the party's at. And I'm like, okay. You do you, man. Which honestly, like, probably was my answer anyways. Like when I had to give my, like, the band at the door, that I was like, they ask you what band that you're coming to see so they can give them the credit, I guess, some kind of credit. Oh, maybe you just shake it. Maybe that's all you have to do. No, not that one, just that one. Oh, God damn it. Okay. All right, somewhere around there. Somewhere in the middle of those lines. Should I go all the way up? Or all the way down? Well, up. This is the top of the jacket. And I was just going to do the pocket over here, but we're not going to... I don't think we're going to get very far here, because this is going to take me a while. Every half inch. I'm just gonna improvise there. Is this satisfying, or is it like enraging because it's not very specific? It's like slightly off in a bunch of places, but hey, it's punk rock, isn't it? See, this is the thing. This is hopefully going to be something I really enjoy. You know, once you start making art after a while and you like hate it, like something about, I don't know if you guys have ever run into this where you know, you're finally doing it as a business. It's kind of like with the drawing aspect of my graphic design business. Like, I was now doing something I really loved, but for money, and I was starting to really resent it. So it was another reason why I quit drawing and painting for other people. The thing is about painting as well, something that I realized and should just get used to. When you're doing a painting, it looks like shit for like 85% of the whole process. Like, somebody might look at it and be like, what the fuck are these blocks of like subtly blended color? And you're like, I'm only halfway there. And then finally, oh, this is going pretty well. Hopefully, I should have been been moving this up the whole time though. This is also going to kind of move with my body, so it doesn't even like the straight lines won't ever exist in reality. Might as well just kind of freaking ink up this whole dang thing, right? Let's do that. We can close this for now. Let's remember to open it when we start putting spikes in it. Oh, that does it. Okay. I'm sure it has those directions on there somewhere. All you have to do is shake it. Dope. Dang. It's gonna be pretty. Like, look at that. Look at that math. It's gonna look great. Basically, maybe one more line over here. I'm really glad I did it this way instead of just guesstimating. I mean, the old one really does look fine. It looks fine. But it you know, it was a guessing game. So it's almost straight. Like, I guess there's kind of a slant. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I don't know if I need just like a couple more here. What do you think? Remember, a little chaos on the jacket makes it alive. Oh my god. If that is not just like a quote that I'm gonna put on my wall in neon. Like, that is so beautiful. A little chaos on the jacket makes it alive. Instead of, yeah, like it's not gonna be a machine. You know, a machine didn't do this. Two hands did this for so many hours. I have the hair to prove it. I have the hair to like come off with the mad artist kind of deal. But yes, I love that. Remember, a little chaos on the jacket makes it alive. Love that. Luke says, my uncle always put on Pink Floyd. I just fell in love with David Gilmour's guitar solos, which inspired me to go from drums to guitar. Awesome. Azure Cloud says for Earth Day birthday. Here, I should move this over here. Why not? Why am I not doing that? You never thought you'd see Breaking Benjamin, didn't think they'd still made music, and you'll be seeing them in Florida in April. Have a fun show, dude. Have a fun time of fun travels. Etika! Chaos is always the right choice, babe. Well, you know what? We're probably always going to find chaos, even when we are shooting for an easy time. It's not always the case. I gotta move this back over here because I can't see it anymore. Cool. All right, let's start stutting. So this is really easy because I can basically just put my hand in here. Basically, yeah, the whole way in. Wowzers. Now this certainly does kind of put the pocket down in a place where it's going to hold it at the end. I think I'm going to just take that right there. And that, where is that? Let's do this one. So sometimes I put this screw, we're going to put a screw one in. So I'm going to put this screw right behind where I need it to be, at least approximately. And then so, I mean, it didn't always work, but I'm piercing in. Ooh. I have it available. And then usually, I'll take this guy and probably pierce a second hole because I couldn't find the lining one right away. It happens. Hopefully one day I'll really know how to do this expertly. You know, I mean, there are directions, there are ways, but it's not always so cut and dry. Every single different kind of jacket that you decide to stud will be a different brand that might have a really different way of doing it. Like, for example, there are some leather jackets that you can zip the lining right out of. So there wouldn't be really this problem with getting through 2 layers. You could have all of your studs behind the lining, which honestly sounds like a freaking dream. Little ASMR as I hit the microphone with my scalpel. I can see you in there. See, sometimes it's an expedition. Sometimes it is an expedition. I mean, if I'm going, I don't even know, I might be going through the very, very edge of the pocket as well. Come on, guy. You can make it. You can make it. Ow. At some point I was wearing I bleed for my art. I was wearing like silicone fingertips. I don't even remember what I bought them for. I must have been doing some, maybe I was studying. Maybe I did that. Maybe it was the last time I was like, I need something for this. Okay, so do we have a different kind? No, we'll just use the nail glue again. You really just need a little bit of extra help, and I think nail glue can be the answer, just a little. And see, you know, sometimes it is to my detriment, because then if I put it in the wrong place, I have to go get the nail glue again. This is one of our disgusting. Here you can see on the other side. It's very tarnished and very painted on. One of our spikes from the old jacket, because we took it for all of its metal. Okay, on the other side, we had some alternating. So we had like a spike, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's alternate, huh? I'm going to take one of those chunkers again. I think now we're getting into pocket territory. Yes, it's our first pocket pick. And so you got to just make sure that it's pierced in there, because when you turn this inside out, it's just got to be in the same place so that it pierces the lining. The lining's in the right place. It's a big dance. I'm trying to grab it. Okay. I've lost it. One more time. I think I'm gonna put my hand in here so I can feel it. I wonder if I can. Oh wow, so that's a problem. It's like right on the edge of this pocket. That's why it's so difficult. All the way down there. Or is it? Yes. Yeah, I think it's got its teeth in there. Wow, this was probably the most complicated stud that I could have wanted to try on this. The placement, I guess it matters. But I think what I want to do is try to grab onto this. I think I'm gonna have to. How do I solve this problem? Basically, I want to catch the pocket. Basically, my hand is at the very end of the pocket, and I want it to end right there. I wanted to grab it there, and then the rest of it on the inside will be kind of put in its place. So it will be nice and stretch the inner lining of the pocket, and this is going to kind of staple it there, if you know what I mean. But it's like a lot of layers to get through, and that's where I'm struggling here. So I think what I'm going to do, okay, it's in its place. Hopefully it won't move. I'm going to make little, let me just, got to bring out the big guns and just hope that this continues to line up. This one seems like the problem child. Oh. Okay. I don't feel those teeth. Oh. Let's see here. Okay. I see some teeth. I don't know if they're in the exact right place, but I see some holes, so. Where is this? Okay. This one's like buried deep under so many layers that I don't even know if I can feel the other teeth. Where art thou? Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to figure this one out later. Let's do one more and then move on to some painting, shall we? The more pins you put in, the more it can stay in its place. I actually had at some point started putting pins in it to hold the lining really flat, because you really want to make sure you're taking care of like how where in the lining these studs are piercing into, so that you don't get a jumbled mess inside. Like, these pockets are really, really important for shows, and probably what you want to be doing in this jacket. So you don't want to like render this jacket. Lost any in the lining yet? No way. I don't think I'd ever lose any in the lining. That would be an interesting problem. Huh. The trouble enough is to get it into the lining. It's so difficult. That's the part that doesn't actually split as easily. Jess's art has her life and blood in it, literally. Honestly, yeah, pretty much. All right, look at that guy. Little extra help there. All right. Well, we started it. We got 3 studs on this side. Does that look dope or what? And so I'll be walking around, I guess, like looking like Pinhead without, the crosshatch. I don't know. Just the pins. Just like the markers of the pins. Let's see. So I really, really would love to have this piece on the 2.0 tonight. That means, which side is that on? This guy. So I tried to glue a patch to it, and that did not work. What you're seeing is the glue on top of it. I don't know if I need to get rid of that, probably. But that there's going to be a patch right here. Hi, Jess. Hand pink waving. Hello. Valerie, you are just in time. You are just in time. So we are actually going to be using a brand new product tonight. I'm very excited about it. This is a gift from Valerie. This is called the Paint Puck, and it's silicone and plastic, and it has a special textural bottom to help clean off your brushes, then sides to kind of squeegee it up, and then a place, like a little rim, to basically dry your brushes after you've cleaned them, after you've rinsed them, so you can use it again and again. I think it's really fun and genius. Like, I love it. I think that they could have made a bigger one, honestly, a wider one, but like, honestly, because I want more of it. I want more of it because it's such a little help. It's that extra little help that any artist who spends hours customizing a jacket, what they can save time on, it's very helpful. So now I don't actually have tape that's this exact thickness in this place. Actually, oh my god, it is this. Oh my god, I thought it was thinner. Oh, this is great. Oh my god, never mind, we have the exact correct tape. And so I think the first thing that I'm going to do is actually start taping it out, and then I'm going to clean the available. What is that? Is that seagulls in the song that I keep hearing? I keep hearing a squeaking, and I don't think it's me. Anyways, finally got me live, Abram. You're here. You're here on the live. Shout out. Ezra Cloud says, I want to see MCR live once. They need to play Black Parade. They absolutely do. I at least saw somebody sing it at live band karaoke this week, which was great. So honestly, oh my god, this ribbing has been so helpful in a way that I didn't expect, because it's able to like measure out so many things that I kind of guesstimated on this jacket. So, like, for example, in order to do a really easy reference to how this is going to be mirroring itself, all I have to do is like say, okay, we cross through 3 ribs, 1, 2, 3, and kind of, wait, let's get that correct here. On the outside, 3 ribs, end to end, because it stops too, so it's like perfect. Stops right around, a little bit around back. Oh my god, that's great. Oh, this is gonna look so dope. It's gonna look dope even before we take off the paint, but the paint's gonna make it look so great. Okay, and now ended it. 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, I'm like, wait, how does this, where does this one start? This one would start at the same rib and then again go down 3 after I messed up the tape. Can we count? Can we understand what math we can actually use by simple counting? One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think that's right. That looks pretty. No, wait, does it? Yeah, that looks pretty parallel. One, two. Let's go at the end right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then oh yeah. No, it's too thin. Maybe here. That looks pretty good. Now I'm just lining it up. I'm not even using the ribs anymore because I'm like, that doesn't look right. That looks pretty all right. Maybe I'll shift it around later. It's not that hard to do. This one you can count ribs though, like to make sure it's parallel with the other one. Okay, that's where this comes in handy. I got it now. Okay, this starts here and goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 3.5. 3.5. 1, 2, 3.5. Wait, maybe I should have this closed. Why not? Why not? I just want to make sure it's right because, man, if I screw this up, it's going to look stupid. I don't want to do it again. There's nothing on the other side of this, but what if I went all the way around? Yo, that might be dope. Okay, but we got to do one side at a time, I think. It's not as even as I feel like I would like it. Something's wrong. I think. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but something's not perfect. Does it need to be perfect? That is the question. Is this one too high? Like by an inch. like a centimeter. Okay, I put it in the exact same place. Okay, no, I think this might be correct. Wait a minute. Let me line this up perfectly. I know I'm being a real perfectionist about it. I know, but like it kind of, this one was pretty perfect. Wow, wait a minute. That's so many more lines. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Because I really like the way that this one turned out, and I really want to emulate this as much as possible. I'm gonna start with new tape because this stuff isn't really sticky anymore. Let's try this one more time. Hit me, baby, one more time. How? I feel like I got the angle right. Maybe I just need to go higher. But I think that this has to be shorter. I'm thinking out loud. Okay. Put them side by side, of course. What a great idea. That would be very helpful. Okay. Yeah, that would be real easy. That'd be a really easy thing to do. All I would have to do is literally mirror this, I guess. Or, oh, wait. So this is this. I see. See, I don't want to go up this far because I've got my patch here. So 1, 2, 3. I mean, I looked like I was on the right track, but that's fine. I'm actually excited about this being pretty perfect, much more perfect. Oh, this was okay. I understand. I'm like, this is not as big. This is slightly bigger, but this is just as big. Okay, so. I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want this. How to do this in the craftiest way possible. I think I might have done it in the opposite direction too. Did I? I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. Whenever there's math involved, and even like barely math. Barely math. Okay, I think that'll work out for us. No. Yes. Yes. That's what I want. Okay, cool. If we can do the least amount of measuring as possible, I will be happy. So the next This one's right here. I'm just eyeing this up now, kind of, but I think I get the idea.
All of us in our hearts, there's love and light that we must realize. We need to feel, we need to use this warmth that could make bright our lives. All of us in our hearts, there's love and light that we must realize. We need to
Okay, I think that's only as tall as we can go.
could make bright our lives.
Well, we need one more yellow to be in there, so I think... Yeah, we'll just go into it just a bit. Oh, come on. Yeah, I guess I could make the stripes slightly smaller. That would... Wait a minute. That makes so much sense. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Thank you, Azure Cloud. That's exactly what we're doing. And then that way... Oh my god. This is so perfect. Wait. That's so easy. So basically, I'll rip off every other one. Brilliant. Brilliant. That's why I have you guys around. That's why I keep you guys around. All right. Perfect. You wish your creative forces will return to you, Abram. Honestly, I think things that inspire me most, like in the chat, let's help Abram out. What are the things that inspire you most? Like, honestly, I love going to a rock show and see, well, you know what? Actually, the most inspirational place is something like a rock show where you'll see sometimes not much to shake a stick at, but like amazing fashion and people being themselves. I also, love to go for the music and the passion that you feel from people. It's really electric. No. Honestly, if I didn't have this ribbing, I would be lost. I would be so lost. I'd have to like measure shit. Who wants to do that? Once our roadmap is clear That's when we're going to have fun, guys. I promise. It's going to be very satisfying, I think, once we take all of this tape off after the painting is done. I feel like these should have met in the middle. Like exactly in the middle. Like that's how that would work. This one did. Kind of. Not really. I don't remember it taking... I do not remember the amount of scrutiny this design went through the first time. I might have gotten lucky. I do not remember. Or it was torture. Who knows? That's close enough. Okay. Why is that not adding up though? What is going on? You'd think. What am I missing? Okay, let's just that looks good. That looks right. Where message there? Okay, I think we freaking finally figured it out. Okay. I think we finally got it. Yellow, 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 yellow. Okay. Now let's see the back, because I don't think we have to do it in all one fell swoop, but I'd at least like to be prepared. I have no idea what this... I'm like following the tape, honestly. I don't really know. I guess it's going to look similar to the front. Wow, why didn't I do this before? I feel like there was a lot of things unfinished on the last jacket that I just never fully... Okay, that looks awful. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Ooh. Almost spilled the water that I haven't used yet. Honestly, I don't even know if I'll really need it. If I'm going to be doing just this one color tonight. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. We'll see how much customization we'll really get through tonight. Okay, that one is just not adding up at all. I don't know. I don't know what to do about this one. Something's not quite perfect. Wonder how much we care. Because really this is the money piece here. All right, let's get to work. And see what's funny about this one though. I did these perfect yellow stripes and then immediately I just smushed it up because I'm like, it looks too perfect. So I rubbed a bunch of black on it, and that's how you kind of see this distress. Like that was completely on purpose and was right out the gate, because it was just like I had like a road sign on my arm. What? Like I wanted it to be I should have even oh my god, that would be so great if I had like imagine it's a road sign and then you have like graffiti on it. Oh my god, that would be so freaking dope. Like, I mean, is the anarchy symbol a little bit too cliche? But what would you graffiti on this road sign? Put it in the comments, put it in the chat. All right, so first, ladies and gentlemen, we prepare our leather with our leather preparer. Don't drop it this time, Jessica. You already wasted like a quarter of a bottle. So this stuff should open for ventilation. Open a window if you would like. So yeah, I think I'm going to paint over the red. I realized I painted the red before I, again, designated and looked at, the original design. So I think the black will have the red, but the yellow will not. And I think that would be kind of dope. Okay, we're gonna do a couple different passes on each because it's gonna be a job. Oh, and another reason I didn't even bother to do my nails is because this is what destroyed it the first time. So honestly, with the distress that I ended up putting, I mean, I don't quite remember how much how much time went into this design the first go. I do not remember. But now that I know that it's supposed to be distressed, we don't have to worry about being too neat about it, too precious about it, guys. I probably should be wearing gloves. That's probably something I should do. But I'm going to I should probably do that. I should probably lead by example. Oh, I really can't get up now. No, we're going to keep going with it. Just, I would say wear gloves. But I now have like 2 jackets on me that I don't want to move. They're in the perfect spot. I'm gonna hang this back up for a sec. Okay, I want to say one more pass to all the pieces with a fresh guy, or at least a fresh side. I have no idea what it might be doing to the adhesive under this tape. That's going to be a little bit of a surprise, I guess. Sure, it won't be something I can't fix later. All right. Let that dry for a little bit. Make sure, again, we're in a ventilated area. I've got my window open right beside me here. Nice breeze coming in. And I'm going to start mixing my paint, I think. It's the time. All right, so I brought over red. This kind of Merlot color that I mixed myself, and I've got a bright ass yellow, and I thought the Merlot color will bring the color down as well as give it kind of a warm mustardy accent. I definitely do need a sponge. Do need that, and I don't have one within reach of me. Great. All right, I'm going to bring this with me, I guess. Of course, we need another piece of material. Oh, we can't use... No, yes, we can. Okay. This show is also called Thinking Out Loud because that's what we do here. Okay. Let's see what this gives me. Not quite sure. What did I use here? Man. I had to have used Angelus, but man, is that just a lot of layers? Or what? Because that is so perfect. And that's a perfect color too. Did I put white on under there? I don't remember. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah. Let's add a white base. And then we're going to probably add more of the color on in our second layer. Let's just put a little first layer on here. Ooh, that are we going to keep that texture? Nah. No, right? We're going to get in there, right? The ribbing is just such a cool part of it. And this is going on pretty opaque, so I think the next round we can actually put the color we want on instead of just making sure we got... Man, I think that ribbing actually might be a problem. It's like I can't get deep enough into those grooves. Let's see what a couple rounds will do us. I guess I can just go all the way up and down. I need to be precious about it. Why am I talking like a Southern preacher all of a sudden? I need to be precious about it. I'm wondering if it's not sticking to the thread or if it's really... Maybe I should use a brush after all. Let's try. Oh, here we are. I've got tons of them here. I'm going to give us our first layer here, and I'm honestly just going to... This is, I think this is the first paint that I've ever applied to this lamb skin. And it is interesting. It's kind of mattified. It's really kind of eating up. It's not eating up the paint because it really is sitting on top pretty well. I would say that's a pretty decent first coat. I have a feeling this paint is going to bleed a lot into the ribs. I didn't really think about it, but if we're really laying it on, maybe that was kind of my fault. Although I think I did use a lot of black back over. I mean, the paint is for, making a perfect line, but I might just have to use some more black after I peel that tape. We'll see. I really don't know how these grooves are going to play with any tape, or any amount of carefulness. Maybe carefulness would have been helpful. Maybe that. I have it all over my zipper, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'll get that off later really easily with some of this repairer remover. I'm so anxious to look under this tape. I don't think it's going to look very good. But I'm trying to tamper my expectations, okay, guys? Okay, well, man, I guess we have to turn it over and do a coat on that side first, because then we're going to want a big amount of the yellow paint to cover it all. So we really should be doing a first coat on each side. It's going to take a little while to dry, at least a couple more minutes. That ribbing is really hard to get into. I mean, I'm technically like painting thread. I guess maybe I should go in the middle, kind of pay special attention. Oh, God damn it. Whatever. I'm sure it'll be cool. What did I want to do? I was going to say, screw this. Oh, yeah. Screw this. I'm just going to start. Speed this along here. And this might just be my opinion or a very delusional way of looking at practicality. But I feel that when you customize a jacket like this, you make it just a little bit stronger. You kind of put a couple more layers onto it, so that it can protect you. And from what, I don't know. But I feel like it just, it feels very powerful for a reason, because you're covered in metal and paint and graffiti and chaos, that it's definitely a conversation starter for sure. Starting a conversation with that cute girl at a club. Okay. That looks like a lot. I'm going to just kind of let it tack up a little bit, and then I'm going to spread that around. But I really wanted to get nervous. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, just, painting some more black lines, freehand even, not even with the tape, because it doesn't seem to be working. Well, we don't know yet. I'm really just catastrophizing as usual. Abram says, you're freaking awesome, dude. Thank you for giving me the confidence and being in the company while I am working on my art. I really do appreciate you guys being here, chilling here, and just watching me do what I do, because I don't know, I always thought all versions of my art were meant to be shared, like including the process. I was always for that. I mean, 10 years on YouTube doing tutorials, it'll give you a helping spirit. No matter what you do, if you make a jacket, if you don't, if you just wanted a chill sesh, I do like we've only got, we've done 6-hour streams before, right? I want to let this chill for a little bit, because it really does need to chill before we do anything else with it. We put another coat on. It needs to dry, basically, is the word I'm looking for. But what else can I work on? Would you like to demold something? Like, I really need to put this down somewhere to let it dry, and then let's demold a pie. How about that? All right. I don't know if we'll be able to peel the paint off tonight, guys. I'm not 100% sure. I think it needs quite a few more layers and twists and turns. But if you guys are part of the Discord, let's see. Let me get a link to that old Discord. I'll take a little video for you guys, and you can see how it worked out. Like, I will still include you in on, like, it would be way too, what do you want to say, like, blue ballsy of me to not show you how it worked out. Invite people. There's the Discord if you guys want to hop along. But right now, we're going to demold a pie. This is one of my best sellers. I feel like this was a really good run. It looks really perfect, actually. And like, oh, so dense. And it's got these beautiful little blueberries on it. Like these, I use these for blueberries. All right, guys, you ready? Hear the cracking and the crunching. It's kind of that foam peeling away from the wall of the silicone for the first time. Nothing really sticks to silicone, especially after I paint the silicone on the inside to do a pre-paint layer. Let's move the water. I feel like that's going to be... Oh, let's use the water, actually. So I'll show you how this works. So a little bit of a rinse, rinse, rinse. Rinsed. Squeegee it off on the sides here. This is for smaller brushes. This is for larger brushes. Then, it doesn't work with all sizes, but there we go. One might be a little bit big for this, but you know, I think you get the picture. Amazing. So fun, so helpful. I love it. All right, you ready? This is how we do it every time. Find the peel. And you gotta be easy. You gotta really just sneak it out there. It's time for dessert. Bring on the pie. Now that sounds like an anthem. Anthem I'd sing every time. Bring on the pie. If there was actual pie that would come out to the song, I would sing it every single time I was out. It's time for dessert. Bring on the pie. William, you have so many great catchphrases of the night. Like I swear to God, like I'm gonna put some of that stuff on t-shirts. You should. You made them up. So good. What was the previous one? If it doesn't look like chaos, it doesn't look alive. Is that what the previous one was? It was so good. I love that. I don't know if we have a little rippage here. I feel like... Okay. Nope, it's perfect. It got a little bit of a rip here, but that actually is a non-problem. Like it's not even a deal. Look at that beautiful pie. Somebody's gonna want this. What else do we have over here? I'm doing a drop tomorrow of a bunch of my stuff that I've been practically sitting on because it just takes a lot of work and a lot of time to sit down and make the listings and take the pictures and such. But it's my spring drop tomorrow. If you want to get any fake food sent to you, I'm doing it just in time for April Fool's Day. Prank your mom, prank your brother, throw a pie at them and see what happens. That's one of my catchphrases, at least. Throw a pie at them and see what happens. Well, guys, I think I'm going to have to show you a video of how these stripes turn out because I think that I am going to go tuck in soon. It's only 8 o'clock, but I feel like tucking in. It's one of those days. It's one of those Mondays. But I'm glad you guys came here to paint with me, to chit chat with me, hear about the show I just went to. I also went to emo night, man. Such a fun time. Such a fun time. But I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. No, that's rock. We've been only doing this for like 13 years, Jessica. Peace, love, rock and roll. Blah. Oh, goodbye.